In this video, I'm going to go through 3 things that can help you to quit your porn addiction and start living the life that you want and start really being happy and confident. The videos I've done prior to this one on YouTube have got a lot of views, a lot of comments, so they obviously mean quite a lot to guys, and this is a problem that guys are going through, especially as we've been in the lockdown, you know, with guys having to spend a lot of time on their own at home. The temptation is much stronger when you've got a laptop next to you, you've got your phone, your iPad. As you know, pornography is more accessible now than it ever has been. Back in the day, years ago, when the internet wasn't really available in the way that it is now, or there was no YouTube, or you couldn't access porn that way. You had to go to a video shop and buy it from a shop. And I think that made people less likely to do it, hence why people probably were less addicted. Obviously there were people back in the day that were addicted. I think it was like magazines, but now obviously it's just everywhere and it's at a push of a button. So I spoke on one of my last videos about getting a block on your laptop. I've got it on my laptop. The network I'm with, you can't go to porn sites on my network. It just won't allow you to do it. So that's one little extra tip. Okay, so I'm going to give the 3 tips, and I'll probably add on a bit of extra stuff for your own personal development. So tip number 1 is you have to get fit, you have to work out. And I don't just mean, I'll just work out once in a while at the gym. You have to do it full time. I love training, I'm absolutely passionate about it, which is why I put videos on the channel. Reason being, when you work out and you get fit, you feel good about yourself. You look good, you feel good, your thinking's different, and it's not just the looking good and feeling good, which is one of the most important. You actually build strength. Strength is discipline. You build that inner strength. So you have the strength to resist that urge to go and masturbate to porn, whether it's during lockdown now, COVID-19, or for the rest of your life. You know, you're going to feel those temptations from time to time. You're human. But all that discipline in the gym, all that training, all that, all the nutrition, having a better diet, and you just feel more energetic. And I think when you feel more energetic and good about yourself, you don't fall into those dark depressions where you don't want to be around people, you don't want to deal with your problems. So that's the first tip I'd give you. More videos on my channel about how you can get fit through boxing, bodybuilding, strength training, etc. Second one, the obvious one, is get a woman. Is form a relationship. Learn how to conduct yourself, learn how to speak to women with honesty, learn how to build great relationships. Because once you have a good relationship and you're in love and you have a woman, you're a lot less likely to want to go and watch porn. Now I know there's some guys that are married and they still go and do it, right? And I might do a separate video on that. But I think most guys who are single, who are struggling, they're watching porn because they can't get the real thing. If they had the real thing and they had a good quality relationship, you're going to be a lot less inspired to go and watch porn and get addicted to it and have it control your life and kind of affect every aspect of your mind and everything like that. So that's really important to do that. And I think you have to face your social fears to do that. You've got to accept that you're going to get rejected by women. Everyone does, women get rejected by men. But if you stick at it and you're positive and you don't give up, then you're going to get the success. And when you get that relationship, it really is a great thing. I'm going to talk about that in another video. So that's number 2. Third one is having a goal, having a dream. When you've got a goal and a dream, so I've spoken about this, you guys know, loads on the channel. And if you're new to the channel, it's the first time you come on my videos. On this channel, we help you to build confidence so you can build the success that you want. And we do that by getting you to take action and face your fears, not by reading books and hiding in safety and literature and theory. Action. We really get you action orientated on this channel. My tagline is 2 taglines: enjoy the process, enjoy life, the challenges, the good bits, the difficult bits, and become fearless. When you become fearless, life becomes limitless because you're not held back by fear. You use fear as a fuel. You face things, and there's not much more you can do than that. When you're facing everything, you're a champion. So subscribe to the channel, like guys as usual, share this video. And I want to have a conversation with you guys in the box below. I'm sure you've got a lot to say on this. So the third one is get a goal. Find it is what you want to do. I don't know what you want to do. You know what you want to do. And if you don't know what you want to do, get a piece of paper, start journaling. Obviously be aware of what you don't want to do. And eventually you will figure it out. I don't believe that no one's just living on the earth. No man just lives and has nothing to do. There's something to do that you're good at. There's something you're talented at. Maybe you haven't discovered it yet. And if you do know what it is, start doing it gradually until you have the confidence to fully do it full time. If you apply these 3 things, getting in shape, training, getting in fantastic shape physically, mentally, getting a relationship and having a goal and a purpose, then you're too big for pornography. You're smashed the addiction. Now obviously, if it's that bad for you and you've got such a bad addiction of it, then I think you need to get professional help, right? That's not my expertise. Mine is giving people confidence. But those 3 things should do the trick. If they don't do the trick, then I think probably some counselling is needed by a professional, something like that. But for me, that worked, and a lot of guys I've coached over the years. Those 3 principles, they really do work wonders. A couple of things I'm going to say. I'm going to try and keep this video short today, right? Because I've got to go and meet someone. I just want to talk about the psychology as to why I believe men watch porn. And I want to talk about the psychology that you need to not watch porn. I believe that I was going to go into a motivational speak there. I believe that men watch porn because they can't deal with their demons in the past. They can't deal with the things that come up. We all have it. We're all human, right? And when those thoughts come up, those horrible thoughts or negative or traumatic experiences, men want to get out of that as quick as they can. So porn is a way to medicate. It's a way to get some release. It's a numbing thing. It's like a painkiller, but in that format. And that psychology is very, very destructive if you don't get control over it. So the psychology you need to develop is the fearless mindset, what I teach, where of course that stuff comes up, but you learn not to identify with that stuff. You learn to become aware of it, you learn to become conscious of it, but you don't trust it, you don't believe it. It's basically like a negative troll. You go the opposite way. So it tells you you're not good enough because X, Y, Z happened to you in your past. You have to prove it wrong. And the only way you can do that is by what I just said, the awareness. But you have to take action. Because let me give you an example. If you're sitting at home and you start getting bad thoughts from the past, and you have this thought that you're not good enough, and your life's been a waste, and you're down, and everyone's doing better than you, because when you were younger, you were judged, your self-image wasn't the best it could be, and you got laughed at, and then that starts affecting you, and then it tells you should go and masturbate to porn. If you don't challenge that, then your psychology is going to get very, very bad and dark. It's going to affect every area of your life. Whereas if that comes up and you say, no, I'm going for a workout, I'm going to train, no, I'm going to go and do something positive, I'm going to work towards my goal, my dream, you're beating it. It's a fight. It's a fight between you and it. And if you use it in a positive way, it will benefit you in so many ways. But if you allow it to control you like a bully and frighten you and beat you into submission and get you to do things that you don't want to be doing, hence watching porn all the time, it's going to get you. So it is like a martial art of the mind. And the way you develop the martial art of the mind is by training and discipline. And the 500 push-ups, I think, is one of the best ways that you can do that until the gym's open, even when they're open. And then things like deadlifts, squats, all of the classic, fundamental, scientific, best strength training exercises, or pull-ups, or long runs. Man, can't even express in words what boxing does. So doing all these things will help you to get control and eradicate. And I think a lot of guys have got such a strong desire to watch porn because they're out of shape. When you're fit and you're training, it takes away that hunger to go into your addictions, if that makes sense. It really does. I'm going to talk more about this on my channel, and I'll start doing more interviews with people again. I've got some big plans which you guys will see on the channel. I'm going to go into the psychology of addiction. I understand it. I've beaten it. I've helped people. I've battled with it too. And all of the solutions, pretty much every problem, always come down to one thing: taking action. Because let me explain one last thing we're going. When you take action, 3 things happen. Your confidence goes up, your strength goes up, your intelligence goes up. More confidence, more inner strength, more intelligence. That makes you a better human being. When you don't take action, confidence goes down. Intelligence, not just intellectual, not just book intelligence, some people call it consciousness or awareness, right? The deeper stuff, that starts dropping down. Fitness starts dropping down. So very important. Last thing, and I'm out: motivation. Motivation is everything. If you don't have the motivation to quit porn, you're not going to do it. If you haven't got the motivation to face your fears, you're not going to do it. To get your ideal woman in a relationship, you're not going to do it. How can we find the motivation? By sitting down, meditating in a quiet place, having a good think about your life, where you want to be, who you are as a person, the things you want to achieve, and finding it within. And if you can't find it within yourself at this moment in time, obviously watching my videos is a great way to find it. Music, working out, mentors. But eventually, you got to find it yourself. Once you ignite that fire, that motivation, you put that energy, that motivation converts into action, and then life becomes much better, right? See you next video. Appreciate the support. Let us know your thoughts below. I'll make more videos about this stuff, and I am going to be doing videos on many other topics. I've got big plans for this channel. It's really evolving. I'm just working on stuff, taking my time. We're moving forward, and if there's any videos you want me to cover, let me know in the box below. Any questions you got, let me know. My Instagram link's below. You can follow me there. All my other social media platforms if you want to ask me questions or connect me, alright? Remember, become fearless.